Oh, I'm being followed by a moon shadow, moon shadow, moon shadow. Leaping and hopping on a moon shadow, moon shadow, moon shadow. And if I ever lose my hands, lose my plow, lose my land, oh, if I ever lose my hands, oh, I won't have to work no more. And if I ever lose my eyes, all my colors all run dry. Yes, if I ever lose my eyes, oh, I won't have to cry no more. Hi, pen friends, this is Sarah. That was a song called Moon Shadow by one of my favorite singers, Cat Stevens, who is now known as Yusuf Islam. I'm out here in July. It's a cold day, rainy, and it's nighttime right now, as you can probably tell. I just wanted to give you an update on my life and tell you why I haven't been making videos really recently. My family's been going through a lot of health problems, and I've been trying to help them, but unfortunately my dad passed away from COVID on June 14th, and my mom has been going through a lot of health issues also, so it's been a difficult time, and I've been using writing to help me with my stress, but maybe a little bit too much. My hand has started to hurt from writing. I think because I write when I'm stressed, and my muscles are really tight then, so might not be the best for my hand, but when I'm able to relax, sometimes I'm able to write better. So I thought today Eve and I could do some swatches of our gray and black inks, sort of that kind of mood, and I hope that you'll enjoy it, and I wanted to let you know that I appreciate that you've stuck with me and that you still watch my videos. Alright, see you inside. Hi pen friends. So Eve wants to tell you about her hair.
Well, my mom dyed my hair. I think earlier I used to have my hair dyed, but then it just went lighter. So it used to be a light caramel color here. Mm-hmm. But my mom dyed it for my birthday, which was June 18th.
Yeah. And I just told our pen friends that Grandpapa died June 14th. Yeah. And so I thought that maybe we could do some swatches of black and gray inks to show that we're sad about my dad, your Grandpapa, dying.
My bunny just nudged my foot. Bunny, it tickles.
So we haven't swatched our black and gray inks, and I thought this would be a good time, and you always enjoy swatching inks, right?
Come on, Robbie, are you nibbling the chair?
And I just wanted to say a few things about my dad. So my dad taught me how to draw and paint, which is really important to me because it's one of my biggest joys in life.
Yeah, and one of her biggest hobbies.
Yeah, and I'm an illustrator, so that has really helped me in my life. And he also introduced me to jazz music, and I'm in a jazz band now. So
yeah.
And do you have any memories of Grandpapa?
Well, I would usually video chat with him. Yeah. And that's mostly all. Sometimes we would go visit him and visit my grandma.
He lived in a different state than we do, so. Yeah. But we used to video chat with him every day.
Yeah, or every night, and we tried to.
Yeah. And, excuse me, I just had some advice for people who need to get vaccinated. If you have, not very good immunity, if you're already sick or you're old, I suggest getting your vaccination, but trying to get it either at home or maybe outside. I've seen some like drive-by places that you can get vaccinations, because my dad had gotten his vaccination.
But then
he got COVID probably when he went to the pharmacy to get the vaccination.
And then
so that was the only time he had been out of his apartment. So it can be really easy for people to get COVID in like public places.
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to get to the ink samples now, okay? We'll see you over at our table.
Okay, bye.
The first ink that we're going to swatch is Platinum Carbon ink, or Carbon Black ink. And this is a pigmented ink, so it's made to resist water or be waterproof. So we are going to test the waterproofness of these inks after they dry.
I will be painting a little swatch for you to see how this looks. So I thought that all of these blacks would look the same, because I really think that black is just black. But I do think there can be different shades of gray. So let's see so I'm expecting like one of them to be like solid black and the rest to be like different shades of gray.
Yeah, so some blacks are darker than other blacks.
Yeah.
And
I call them grays.
All right, so I have this ink in my Platinum Carbon Desk pen. This pen was made for this ink. So sometimes permanent inks can clog up a pen, but somehow they made this pen so it doesn't clog up. And it used to be a lot longer, but I cut down the end so that it would fit in my pen case, and I just clipped it with some really good scissors and filled the end. There's like a little hole there. I filled it with like glue from a glue gun. And I also
good scissors.
I painted this gold trim black with black nail polish, just because I didn't want the gold so much. All right, so
wait. Speaking of nail polish, do you like my new manicure?
Yeah, I really like it.
My mom painted it
platinum
with only the ring finger being black.
Black. And so this is in a platinum desk pen.
I see like that it isn't really even on the end because of the hot glue. So
I'm gonna write water test down here so that we can see whether that's legible after we do some water on it.
And also for my birthday I got a cursive writing book.
Oh yeah. So Eve is gonna learn how to write in cursive.
Yeah. Stay tuned for when I learn cursive.
All right. So our next ink is Noodler's X Feather.
X Feather.
And
no
so
feather.
Feathering with ink, you probably know, is when it sort of spreads out on your paper. It can happen a lot with absorbent papers, but so this ink is made so that it doesn't feather in the paper. And it's also a permanent ink. So It comes with this eyedropper. I put some in a different bottle to fill my pens, but it can be convenient if you have an eyedropper pen to fill it with the eyedropper.
Yeah. And if you don't have an eyedropper pen, too bad.
Mm-hmm.
This is what I call a solid black. Like not a gray, just a solid black.
Mm-hmm.
I call it. Well, let's see if it dries, then it might get a little lighter, and we could maybe see what it's a more browny black. Oops, I got
That's okay.
ink.
So this one I find that if I don't wait a while after I write with it, if I put water on it, it smears. But we'll see how it does in our water test.
Yeah, and our water test after. I don't think I've ever water tested something. So
all right, so I have
see how that goes.
This ink in my Hoover Super 346.
Beautiful pen.
Thank you. This is a vintage pen made in the 1940s, which is when my dad was born, and it was made in Denmark, which is where my dad's grandparents came from.
Whoa, that's Pen markers.
I use this pen mostly for drawing. It has a semi-flexible gold nib.
So Grandpapa's grandparents were my
Great
great-great-great-grandpa.
Yeah.
Great-great-great-grandma.
Noodler's X
Feather.
feather.
No
feather.
feather.
And this is in the Hoover Super 346. We'll do our water test down here.
Yeah, water test.
Water test.
I've never done a water test before. I don't know how it's gonna go. I don't know how we're even gonna do it. Like, are we gonna put the whole page underwater?
No, we're just gonna use a brush with some water on it.
Water brush.
Alright, so the next ink we're gonna test is
Omas.
Omas Black. So Omas doesn't exist anymore, but they're one of my favorite brands of pens. And I love this bottle. It's a really pretty bottle.
Doesn't exist anymore.
So I guess it's pretty hard to find this ink anymore, but I don't have very many blacks, so we're gonna just do all the ones we have of bottles, and then I have a couple ink samples after that.
Yeah, some more, like 2 ink samples. Okay, I'm going to paint this black. Ooh, this is like a brownie or maroony black.
Mm-hmm. So a lot of times black is made up of combining a lot of colors together. And I find that often they could be like a reddish black or a purpley black.
Yeah, I think this is like a reddish purpley black.
Do you need more on your brush?
Yeah, I need more on my brush.
And so a lot of times when you buy an expensive pen, it'll come with a bottle of ink, and oftentimes it's black. So I think that's how I got this bottle. And
this is like a maroony. Yeah, it's a maroon.
Black inks from pen companies don't tend to be waterproof, and they can tend to be sort of on the gray side.
Yeah, I'm gonna like...
They don't want you to stain your pen or have a hard time cleaning it out of your pen.
Yeah, I'm gonna... Like, when I went in for that second dip, some of it was much, much darker, and I didn't want that, so I just mixed it in with the lighter black.
So I did get my dad into fountain pens a little bit. He had Parkinson's disease, so it made his hand tremble, and it made it hard for him to use fountain pens. But the one that he had was a Pilot Metropolitan, and he really loved it. And, you know, he was used to this size of pen. He was also used to pens that don't have a screw cap. This one just pops off, so it made it a lot... When he tried screw cap pens, he always forgot to screw off the top. And he just
like pulling it.
And on his pen, he had an italic nib, which is what this has.
Yeah. So
he really liked that italic nib. All right.
So remembering Grandpa, we use this pen.
Yep. Omas Black. It's sort of a watery black, but I like it. And
I think this is my favorite black so far. I like maroony blacks, purpley
Pilot.
blacks.
I'm just going to write Metro. It's Metropolitan. And that's...
Politan is like, way.
So probably of all of our inks, I'm expecting the first 2 to stand up to water, but the rest probably won't. So our next ink is actually a gray ink. It's, I don't know how to pronounce French words, but I think it's like Herbin, Stormy Gray, and it comes in a really pretty bottle.
Well,
And this one actually, it's a glitter ink. It has this gold shimmer in it. So you do need to like shake it up a little bit to get
Shake it up a lot.
Yeah.
Give it to me. I want to shake it.
Alright, that should be enough. So sometimes when you're filling your pen, you don't want to shake the ink so that it has bubbles in it, but since we're just dipping our brush in, I think it'll be fine.
Bubbles?
Yeah.
So I tend to shake things. When I'm shaking things, I tend to shake it a lot. Ooh, I don't really see.
Well, usually the shimmer shows up when it dries.
Yeah, I know.
So we might see it after it dries.
But I don't see much shimmer yet. Like, no shimmer at all. See, but usually I feel like sheen usually pops up after it dries, so it's like, hey, you know, hi.
So I have this ink in my Noodler's Conrad. I think this is a good pen to have a shimmer ink in because you can actually disassemble the whole thing and really clean it out well. And it has the ink window in here so you can see the glitter particles.
I think that one looks like the bark of a tree.
This pen does, yeah.
Yeah, the roof of a tree.
And I have changed the nib on this pen from the Noodler's nib to a Goulet medium nib. It's a lot smoother. Okay, so this is a Noodler's, and this pen is made out of ebonite. They have Conrads that are made out of like other materials, but I really like the ebonite ones. Water test. So we'll give you a more close-up look of these after they dry, but I do see a lot of gold coming out already.
Wait, let me look.
Oops, get your head out. Okay. Our next ink is another shimmer ink. It's Colorverse Shiny Black.
Okay, I'm gonna...
And this one has like a silver shimmer in it.
I'm gonna mix it up. I'm gonna mix it up.
Do it. Mix it up.
I love shimmer inks. I feel like they're just so pretty with the glitter inside. Oh, I think this is a purpley.
Yeah, it does look a little purpley.
Very purpley. I like purple shimmer or pink shimmer inks. Pink shimmer ink. It rhymes a bit. I
don't have that many shimmer inks in my collection, but 2 of them are black. I just think it makes blacks a little more interesting.
Yeah, because, you know, if it's just plain black, it's just black. Yeah. There's nothing else. It's just black.
And then I also have Diamine Frosted Orchid. I only think I have 3 shimmer inks in my collection.
Yeah, that's the one I was talking about with like purple shimmer inks. Frosted Orchid.
Alright, so I have this ink in my Sensa Meridian. So this is probably a pen brand that you haven't heard of. For some reason, they don't get marketed all that much, but I think Pen Chalet carries the Sensa pens, and I learned of them when I was in college, and I just knew about like ballpoint pens back then, and I had a few of them. They're really awesome because they have a really squishy gel grip here.
Let me feel it. I want to touch it. Oh yeah, squishy.
It's really good if you have hand pain like I do. It really relieves some of that pressure, and believe it or not, this is my most smooth steel nibbed pen. And so maybe sometime I'll do a review of it. But as the Camdorians would say, this is a butter king.
Butter king. King of butter.
All right,
once my mom hurt herself on butter.
Colorverse.
So it's hard.
This is called Shiny Black.
Shiny Black. It is shiny.
It's very shiny.
Very shiny.
And this pen is the Sensa Meridian. And we'll do a water test. Alright, so next is one of my favorite blacks. It's Pilot Iroshizuku Takesumi. And this one, if you hold it up to the light, it looks kind of purple, or when you're washing it out of your pen, it looks kind of purple.
Yeah,
but
I want to hold it near the light. This is the last one for the second row. One more row to go. I like hearing one more row to go. It's just...
This black looks really velvety to me. I think it's probably a combination of a bunch of colors that make it have that depth of color.
Yeah, I feel like it also looks velvety. I feel like on the topic of our bunny, some To me, some bunnies look more velvety than others, like really velvety, and when they hop around, it's like sheen on their fur. Kind of like ink.
So I have this ink. It's a fancy ink and a fancy pen. This is the Wall Eversharp Deco Band, Chatterley exclusive that was wild for Fountain Pen Day.
Wild?
Yeah, so it's a celluloid pen, which is, the celluloid is called Wild, and I think they called the pen Wild for Fountain Pen Day.
Speaking of special days, this was actually recorded on July 4th.
Yep, so happy July 4th to everyone.
Yeah, happy July 4th. I hope you have a good July 4th with fireworks and everything great that July 4ths have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just going to write Wild for Fountain Pen Day.
WFPD. Wait, WFFPD. Wild for Fountain Pen Day. Water test.
Our next ink is another one that came with a pen. It's Delta Black, and Delta is another company that doesn't exist anymore.
For any of you who are on the hunt for Delta pens, ask Mom.
Well, you can find them on eBay and stuff.
But still, well, it doesn't exist anymore.
I'm seeing a little bit of sheen coming out on that Takesumi.
Oh yeah, me too.
We'll get a closer look of it.
Yeah.
Get a closer look
So
later.
if you don't see it now, don't worry. We'll show you it later.
So I have this ink in my TWSBI Eco in white and rose gold.
Yeah. This is the only pen she used today that actually has white on it. Some others had silver, but not white.
Delta Black. And this is TWSBI Eco. And we'll do water test. So we're probably going to need to move the paper up or the camera down a little bit for you to see. Alright, so the next one is just a sample that I have of Noodler's Lexington Gray.
I see a bubble. It popped.
Try to do it as quickly as you can. You don't have to be accurate. And I can dip it again if you want.
Yeah, we dip it again. This ink smells weird. Not like anything in particular. Just like ink. It smells really weird. I know you can't smell through the camera, but it does smell quite weird.
So I don't have any fountain pens inked up with that, so I'm just going to use my dip pen.
Glass. It's beautiful glass.
Thank you.
I feel like glass pens look the prettiest. There's another juicy one.
Okay, and dip pen.
Water.
Sorry about my handwriting. My hands have been hurting and not working properly lately.
Your handwriting looks amazing.
Thank you.
Now I'm gonna do the final swatch for today.
The final
for
one
this video
is another Herbin ink. It's called Perle Noir.
I know how to speak English. I know how to speak Spanish, but I don't know how to speak whatever language that was, French. Okay, so I'm gonna try to do this a little quicker because I know Mom's waiting with her next pen surprise. All packed somewhere behind the scenes. It's fun being behind the scenes in a video. I just feel like you're all waiting and I'm like, oh, I know the answers. I think we should do another Q&A video, speaking of
Okay,
answers.
so this one's going to be with the dip pen also.
Yeah, another dip pen. At first, behind the scenes, I was like, what other pen is she going to use? I thought she was going to use 1 pen per ink. Oh, and Komorebi's also being cute. Water test. I bet she's going to spell test. Yay! I guessed correctly. Yay!
Alright, so we're going to let them dry a little bit, and then we'll do our water tests.
Okay, bye.
Alright, so our inks are dry, at least in the writing part. Be really careful not to get your sleeve in this part because it's still wet.
I'll really try not to.
We're going to do our water test now. Okay. So just go over the part where I wrote water test. And actually it looks like our brush might have some watercolor in it.
It does watercolor in it. Yeah, because sometimes I do like watercolor projects for my art class. Sometimes I just, in general, do watercolor.
So, that blue is from some ink that was, or some paint that was in there. But you can see when I dab it, it's very waterproof.
Very waterproof.
I didn't move that at all. So we're going to use a different brush this time.
Different brush this time. Hopefully it doesn't have watercolor in it.
Okay, just over the water.
This is a long brush. Oh.
So it's really...
Oh.
Yeah.
And I want to show you how long this brush is. It's crazy long.
So it might take... That one's supposed to be waterproof, but this has happened to me before. I think it might take quite a while for it to really stay, but you can see that like when I dab it up, the writing is still legible.
Yeah, but
but there is like that smearing or whatever comes up.
So
I mean, I don't know what to say about it. Maybe there are some Noodlers, permanent blacks that don't do that, but this is the only one that I have, and that's what happens when you get it wet after like less than 30 minutes or so.
Yeah.
Alright, so do the Omas Black.
I think this one will...
Rub it so that we see if it... Yeah, that's starting to go away, but
it's starting to go away.
Not all the way though.
Yeah, so still medium thumb for me.
Medium thumb. Let's see what happens if we... So you can still see it a little bit.
A little bit. A little bit. Sarah 2021.
Okay, next one.
Oh no. Oh no. So, like, a similar thing happened.
Yeah. I don't know. You can still see it a little bit.
I feel like the first one was the only one that was truly water resistant.
Yeah, that one was really water resistant.
Yeah.
If our brush didn't have any, like, look, we can, with our clean brush, we can show that, you know, a little bit of it comes up, but it really...
Yeah, so that first one is really...
Yeah, I would probably use that if I'm going to do, like, a watercolor painting over a line drawing. I would use that ink for the line drawing.
So now you know.
Mm-hmm.
We made this video especially for you. Be proud. Oh, no. Saying be proud, and then right after, oh, no. Doesn't sound good. Oh, no.
Well, when you dab it up, you can still read it.
Yeah, but, like, still being able to read it is, like, almost all of them, but still.
Well, sometimes
I give a thumbs down.
if it's not very water resistant, it might disappear completely.
Yeah, like... Oh, no! I don't want to do this! I don't want to do That one's that one's a definite thumbs down. Boo! Boo!
But I do love the way this ink looks. It's just, you don't want to get it wet.
Boo!
But you can see it has some interesting colors in there, the water.
Ooh.
Sort of looks blue there.
Boo.
Alright.
Boo for water resistance. I would not use that one.
Ooh, this one's not very water resistant either.
Oh no. Well, you can still eat it.
Yeah.
Kind of.
No, that one's going, but
It looks kind of red.
that one
Wow.
probably was the least water resistant.
Yeah, like boo for water resistance.
But if you need something that cleans out of your pen easily, that would work.
Yeah.
This Lexington Gray. Yeah. So that's another Noodler's one. Noodlers are known for being water resistant or waterproof. Yeah, so that one is very
Good
water
job.
resistant. And then our last one.
Have to clap for everyone that does it.
Oh.
Ooh. I feel really bad for all the ones I've ruined with these water.
All right.
That was nope. Boo for water resistance. Well,
Not too bad.
yeah, actually middle thumb.
Okay. So,
And now
I'm
we're
gonna-
going to show for Sheen.
Yep.
SFS. Show for Sheen.
All right, so here's the Platinum Carbon Black. It has sort of a shine to it, and it's not quite as dark as I thought it would be.
No Sheen, some shine.
All right, so that one is very water resistant. Here's Noodler's X Feather, which we had some problems with. It does smear right away. Maybe if you let it dry for longer, it would be all right. It's still a little wet up there, but it's a very dark black. And then
Like a blacky black.
Then we've got Omas Black, which is, so this one I'm seeing a little bit of maybe gold sheen on there. For sure. It's a lighter black though. And, ooh, I see that's got the gold particles in it. So you see a lot of that. Gold particles in the Stormy Gray. Colorverse Shiny Black has silver particles.
Gold and silver.
And this one is a nice velvety black with Takesumi. You can see it has a little bit of sheen, like a gold and red sheen. And then the Delta Black is not water resistant, kind of a light grayish black. There's Noodler's Lexington Gray. It looks like it would have some good shading because I'm seeing it like from dark to light. You see a lot of variation in there. But of course, it's still drying, but and then there's Perle Noir. All right, so there they are.
They are.
I hope you enjoyed this video,
Yeah,
and
me
I hope
too.
that you're staying safe.
Yeah, we
All
hope
right.
that you're staying safe during these hard times.
Yep, and our our love goes out to everyone who's lost someone from coronavirus.
Yeah.
All right.
We know how it feels.
Bye, pen friends.
Bye.